What's up, everybody? Rob here. So one of the most overlooked pieces of exercise equipment is one of these. This is a standard sledgehammer. You can get it at any hardware store. This one in particular weighs 15 pounds, and I've been incorporating this into my workouts, and it's been very effective. Now, it's hammers are used, I'm sure you've seen, for what people describe as functional fitness, what the word functional means in terms of fitness and functional strength versus actual strength. I'm not going to get into that, but that's a whole nother kettle of fish right there. But the sledgehammer and the use of the sledgehammer is great for total body work, and also does a fantastic job of targeting the forearms, especially for grip strength and just general forearm development, which is oftentimes overlooked in other forms of exercise. So I'm just going to be going over a few forms and a few exercises that you can do with a sledgehammer in the comfort of your own home. If you don't have the space for a full weight set or anything like that, you can just get up one of these at a local hardware store and you're good to go. Now, a couple things. I'm going to show the exercises a little bit, but before we get started, first off, before starting any kind of exercise program, please consult a physician and make sure that this is appropriate for your lifestyle needs, blah, blah, blah. Basically, don't be stupid, and if you do this and you end up getting hurt or injured or something like that, it's not my fault. You're adults, have some responsibility for your life for once. Stop blaming things on me. Good, now that we've got that out of the way, now, before we get going with the exercises themselves, I just want to say one way you can, when you're performing these exercises, in order to increase or decrease the difficulty, is by choking up on the hammer itself. So the closer your hands are to the head of the hammer, the easier the movement becomes, and the further you move it back, the more difficult it is. So if you are, struggling, just move your hand further apart. Move your hand closer to the head of the hammer, and that'll make it easier. And if you're not struggling enough, you can move your hand back and increase the challenge. So that's a simple way without actually getting a new hammer or increasing the weight or anything like that. You can, you can increase or decrease the difficulty based on your individual need. Now, I personally use this as part of an interval. So basically, it's part of a 50-second interval. I do the exercise for 50 seconds. On one side, and then I will rest for 10 seconds, and then I will do 50 seconds on the other side, holding it, an exercise holding it this way, and then I will then rest 10 seconds, and then 50 seconds holding it this way. Pretty simple, straightforward. You can do that, of course. You can also do this for reps. Just keep in mind, though, whatever you do on one side, you have to do with the other. You want to maintain symmetry and balance within your body as much as possible. You do something on your right hand, you got to do it on your left. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and all right, enough rambling from me. So anyway, without further ado, here's just some exercises you can use with a standard sledgehammer. Wait, hold on, appropriate music, please. All right, so first off, you have the simple standard hammer swing. I mean, there's really nothing else to describe it. It's exactly what it looks like. You take a hammer and you swing it, and you hit something like a tire. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, you want to do it with a lot more force than I'm doing here. The reason why is I actually have a drop ceiling, and if I swing it with all my force, I got to bring it up a lot higher, and I'm going to be hitting into the drop ceiling, which I have done. And I would normally do this outside, except Hurricane Florence was actually going on at this moment. Just a lot of rain here, but still, it was pouring rain, and I didn't want to go outside in the middle of that. So, yeah, you want to put some force behind it. So next up is the hammer chop. It's basically you swing an axe, pretend like you're knocking down a tree. Or if you're a HEMA practitioner, pretend you have a giant cane axe and you're swinging to the body of some unfortunate victim. Just basically you're going from a diagonal up over your shoulder down to the ground in a diagonal fashion like that. It's not horizontal, it is diagonal from your upper shoulder down to your lower waist. Now what you want to do is focus on your lead hand, the hand that's closer to the head, and you want to make sure the hammer doesn't swing you around. You want to make sure that you're in control the entire time, otherwise the hammer will swing around and possibly wrench something out of position. So make sure you arrest the momentum of it right about the time it gets to hip level or thereabouts. Right, so next up you have the spear thrust, which is exactly what it sounds like. You have the hammer in your hand and you are basically just pushing it forward as if you're thrusting with a spear. Very, again, HEMA somewhat related. You can just pretend you're spearing a guy.
Now make sure you're not actually just rocking back and forth, you're actually thrusting forward with your arms, and also you can change the directions. You can thrust high, you can thrust low, so go for the face, go for the legs, the lower body, the mid-torso. Mix it up. It's really your choice. Okay, now that you just speared your enemies, you have to get rid of the bodies. So basically you are digging. And that's what these are called. These are hammer digs. What you simply have to do is mimic the use of a shovel. Again, you want to thrust your arms forward, or in this case, in a downward direction. You're rocking back and forth a little bit, but the most of the emphasis is to be placed on your arms. Again, you're thrusting your arms forward, and then the rest of your body is following along with it. And that is the main emphasis here. And again, this really, really works the forearms particularly well, and really targets the arms in general. So you're not just rocking, you're swinging your hips back and forth. You're actually emphasizing your arms in these. And now you are emphasizing the lower body with something known as the barbarian squat. Because you don't squat, you ain't squat. Now what you want to do is have the hammer in a horizontal position up over your head, and then you pull it forward as you squat down into a vertical position in front of you. And then you simply reverse the motion, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward and simple. This thing is an absolute killer on your forearms, and I'm actually struggling here because I have a bit of an injury on my lower back. Or I'm sorry, what am I saying? Lower back, upper back, up near my shoulder blades, and it is killer. And yeah, there you go. I just wanted to show you it done on both sides. It was a bit odd right there, but there you go. And just to cap things off, you have the dynamic curl. Basically, you're just shifting the weight from one hand to the other, or one arm to the other, and you're just swinging the head back and forth, catching it on the other side. So swing it up and over, catch it one side, flip it over, catch it on the other side. It works the biceps and the forearms as well, and it really emphasizes your arm muscles.
Alright, that is it for the video. I hope you found this interesting, entertaining. Again, these things are very cheap. They're very good for people who don't have a lot of space and a lot of money. You buy this once, it's pretty much, good for life. These things are pretty solidly built, and if they do break, I mean, they're sledgehammers. They don't cost all that much. So they're very cheap, they're very affordable. You don't need a lot of room to use them, and yeah, they're pretty much great for anybody who's interested in an unusual way for fitness. And oh look, my cat just came in. There he is. Yep, Grimaldus. Yeah, he's weird. Anyway, yeah, perfect timing on his part. Any case, so that's it. Any case, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you didn't like it, hit the like button anyway. It doesn't cost you anything, really. It's super. I'm a cheap bastard. I fully understand this. Watching this video, sharing with your friends, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. It's right there. Or is it on this side? I don't know. Whatever. You know where the like and subscribe buttons are. Hit those buttons. They don't cost you anything. You didn't even have to actually like it. Just send this to your friends. Send it to your enemies if you hated it. Send it to them. It's all the same to me. I don't care. So hit the like and subscribe button. More videos will be coming out from me whenever I get around to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good day. Or don't have a good day. You're adults. Have any kind of day you want. See you later.